JTP Audio Podcast.
Just when you thought the show couldn't get any deader or dumber. Welcome to the special Halloween edition of Good One Keith, bringing the show back from the dead like a goddamn zombie. My name's Jason Portizzo.
I'm Nathan Dickinson.
I'm Wally Gator.
We've got our guest. What are we going to call you? Is it Rob? Is it Juggalo Rob? Is it Shaggy? I know you by a lot of names.
I'll just go with Rob for now.
We'll just go with Rob.
All right, Fozzie, you got it.
We'll address all of your nicknames later. Fozzie, I forgot about Fozzie Bear. That was a great one.
Yeah, Fozzie Bear was my favorite.
Fozzie Bear was like, did that live any more than one night? Is that just a one night story?
No, Fozzie Bear's been around. Actually, that's a key story where I got that one.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll save it.
I'm surprised I wasn't lost in the cussing.
So the only memories I was the concussion were from that night.
Yeah, like you forgot whether or not you actually made it to the to see the groundhog.
Oh, wait, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about it.
I talk about it all the time. It's my favorite story to tell. I tell it to Rob a lot because he has no idea what I'm talking about. He was fucking there.
Rob, who are you and what do you do?
I am Rob, sometimes known as Rob the Juggalo. What I do is I watch the 3-year-old most of the time. I also paint miniatures. Semi-professionally.
Do you paint the 3-year-old?
No, we haven't done that yet.
Fascinating.
But the 3-year-old also paints miniatures.
I believe they prefer to be called little people, Robert.
No, they're plastic miniatures.
Paint miniatures, non-professionally though.
Alrighty.
Let's kick this thing off a little bit. Let's make some content.
Let's keep this. You want to keep it spooky?
Yeah. This episode, as like with all of our episodes, is hashtag powered by Poddex. And I forgot to bring that up. There we go. This is hashtag powered by Poddex.
Hashtag powered by Poddex.
Poddex is a deck of cards that you can get to make your podcast fun and interesting when you are not fun and interesting. Go ahead and go to poddex.com. Use the promo code JTP Audio. Get yourself 10% off of your order and help out the podcast while you're doing it. Cha-ching!
All right, here we go.
Nathan's reading from the Paranormal Deck, which is now on the podcast app, or the Poddex app, rather. We thought it would be a fun, spooky thing.
All right, if you were able to pick your one outfit to wear every day for the rest of your time as a ghost, what would you choose?
This is ghost outfit.
This is your ghost outfit. This is what you're wearing for all of eternity.
Do I get to change the outfit after I die, or like do I have to dress in this now
so
that I can hopefully die while wearing it?
No, when you wake up dead, this is what you're wearing.
We don't have to die in it.
Okay, so I can be comfortable when I die.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you have to die in the suit.
Because like eternity is a long time. I was going to go with like sweatpants.
Oh yeah, well you got to be comfortable.
Sweatpants, wife beater, and I'll just be like the comfy ghost.
You're going to wear sweatpants and someone named Tony?
Yes.
You're going to look like Carl from Aqua Teens.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweatpants, wife beater, and slippers.
What about you,
But that's
Rob?
only if I have to wear it until I die, because then we're just being safe. But
No. You're as a ghost.
yeah,
You're
if I can
dead.
change it when I become a ghost, I'm going to think about that a second.
Birthday suit?
Rob, what would you wear?
If comfort isn't an issue, I'm going to dress up like Jacob Marley with the chains and everything.
You're going the whole 9. You're just going straight for it, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
A little
dragging around chains.
Little derivative, but I'll allow it.
I mean, they're classics for a reason.
I would definitely choose as my ghost outfit a black and white checkered zoot suit. I will definitely be stuck in ska, even if it's not dead. When I'm dead, I will be skanking for the rest of my life. Pick it up.
For me, I mean, 100%, I'm going banana costume with the crotch cut out every day, all the time. I may just start wearing that for the rest of my life.
I'm so glad that this is the first podcast we're doing in a while that's not on video.
I think that's not actually cut out. I think that's banana crotch rot.
It's definitely a brown spot.
No, that's called the bananas.
Banana suit with the banana hanging out.
So I've used to watch all these like ghost hunter shows where they were like, oh, is that a ghost? Like, oh, is that thing I saw a ghost? I'm gonna make it easy for them, and I'm gonna wear a high vis jacket. Yeah, it's me, I'm a ghost. I'm like, guys, boo, guys.
Oh, we're not picking anything up on our meters here,
guys. I'm over. Boo, guys.
I'm a ghost.
Guys, is that a Zoom H4n? I was an audio nerd when I was alive. I know what you guys are using. But like boo though. And that's how we play.
Hashtag powered by Poddex.
Again, go to poddex.com, use the promo code JTP Audio. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Got a little paranormal on us.
It's been a while since we've asked each other questions.
Yeah, definitely go buy those cards. I mean, we're not going to see any money from it, but...
No, we will actually. So if you do use the promo code JTP Audio and save yourself 10% off your order, we will see some of that money. So it's the easiest way to help out this podcast and help yourself. I've been practicing.
That's a great plug.
Say that.
Is that copy? Do you have copy? Like, I wasn't given any.
No, they sent me copy, but I
son of a bitch.
I prefer not copy.
Yeah, see, here's the problem for our 3 listeners here. We're trying a new format, and Jason has the outline, and he didn't share it with us, so we're kind of just winging it.
So there's no video for this episode, and so I'm just going to explain to you what's on the desk here. There's no fucking outline. That's what's not on the desk. That's what's not here. That's just as important as what's on the desk. There's just a couple of beers that we're drinking, Nathan's water, and a couple of microphones, and what looks like some schniff from Walter's desk.
Yes, it's stuff from my desk.
Yeah, so that parlance, the parlance of schniff.
Yeah,
let's run through that real quick. Let's just touch on that.
Is that the mixture of shit and stuff put together?
No, it's the little druggy bits that you're not going to use.
Oh no, there's no such thing. And there's definitely no such thing on my table.
Yeah, and we call that shake.
Yeah, shake.
If it's of the substance you're talking about, yeah, that could be shake.
If you're talking about the leftover crack, there's no such thing as leftover crack, Jason.
They were a great band, Nathan, and they still are. They would still be on tour right now if half the world wasn't dead.
No, they're still on tour.
Yeah. They're just on tour at their squat in Brooklyn.
One corner to the other. So, Rob, I hear you've got a great story about Keith.
I have a few stories about Keith. Not many. I don't really say any great stories, really.
No one does.
All right.
I think my favorite story about Keith, though, is the time we went into the Build-A-Bear before Groundhog Day. And we went to ask the question that we all inevitably ask: do you have a Punxsutawney Phil? But when me and Keith got there, it was just me and him. There was 2 separate families actually doing what you're supposed to do with Build-A-Bear and building a bear. So it was just me and Keith awkwardly sitting there for like 10 minutes. We didn't know, like, did we just walk away at this point? And I was like, no, I think we just stay and be the weirdos that's staying there. And then we did that. See, it's not a very good story, but it was an interesting one.
Just a time, just a time you cherish together.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My favorite part about that whole.
Remember the time with creepers?
My favorite part about that whole bit was I remember the year that we started going in there to the Build-A-Bear and asking, "Hey, do you guys have the 2016 commemorative edition Punxsutawney Phil bear?" And they were like, they believed us that it was a thing. It wasn't a thing. So they're like, I gotta let me check the website and check my manager. And the manager's like, no, we don't have it. So no, we kind of laugh. And next year we go back. Hey, do you have the 2017 commemorative Punxsutawney Phil bear? Like they're like, I remember you assholes from last year.
But now it is a thing.
Well, hey, no. There's one more layer to the story. Okay. The 3rd year, I came ready. I printed out a picture. I screen captured a picture of their website, and I photoshopped a fake Punxsutawney Phil bear from an actual Punxsutawney Phil memorabilia site. And I was like, "Hey guys, do you have this?" I put in my order so I could pick it up.
The thing is, like 15 years ago, they did have them one year.
They have it now.
Yeah,
it's a real thing
they
now.
have it now. But I mean, a long time ago, they had one.
Well, that's
like 1 year they did.
I love how like several of us have them now because we got them last year. And basically what that boils down to is that a fistful of jerk-offs from New Jersey bullied a multi-million-dollar corporation into making a stuffed toy because of a marmot holiday.
That's not even the biggest scam I pulled with Photoshop. Remember the time we actually convinced Facebook that your real name was Trashboat?
Yeah.
Because I photoshopped your driver's license.
They sent me an email that said, "We're sorry for wasting your time, Mr. Trashboat."
And we were like, don't let it happen again.
All right, Malik, that was
they should have still called him Mr. Dickinson.
Yeah. That was a great story, but can you get down to brass tacks and tell us a story we all want to hear?
The story you want to hear is not my story. It's Jason's story.
Well, Jason is here, so I mean,
remember.
you guys can piggyback.
You have your own perspective because you are the integral hinge part of the story.
You were the one that punched Keith. And now that we let a little bit of the cat out of the bag,
we
need to tell the story.
That's most of my end of the story, though.
How much of the story do you remember?
Okay, well, I'll go through the whole story from my end. I was very drunk. I tried to step over a fence in front of the McDonald's in Punxsutawney, slipped on the ice, hit my face, got a concussion, and wandered around the town because I was completely lost because I couldn't remember where I was. And I had no phone signal, so I was trying desperately to call anyone. I finally get through to someone. I didn't know who it was at the time, and they were being a bit smarmy, we'll say. I said, "Who the fuck is this? Is this Keith?" And then I believe the response was, "Yeah, sure." I said, "Keith, next time I see him, I'll punch you." So the next time I saw Keith, I punched him. Turns out it was not Keith. It was Jason I was talking to on the phone. And Jason was standing there as I punched Keith in the face. Not very hard, mind you. But I did punch him.
I didn't think you'd do it. So while you were drunk and concussed, let me fill in some of the gaps of the story here. So to backtrack it a little bit, just to kind of lead us into where we are. So, do you remember what year this was? Is this 2017?
This was 2014.
14 is that long ago?
Yeah.
Okay. 15. Yeah. Sure. Maybe it was 14.
I know, because it was last year I worked at Best Buy.
Oh, okay.
I went in and worked like 2 days later with my face all jittered. So.
Right. Okay, fine. Okay, so 2014 is a long time ago then. So, because I've only been doing this trip since 2012. So this is my third year on it. And so you got yourself hurt. You got yourself pretty banged up. And you were looking like that Andrew WK album cover. Your nose is definitely broken, and you were slurring your speech, and we were taking turns making sure you didn't fall asleep and die. So I think your sister was actually singing your lullabies. we're like, Rob, you can't go to sleep. You're concussed. You're gonna die. And she's over there like,
right, but that's not really proper sign. And the whole time I remember arguing, no, that's wrong. I need sleep. My brain hurts.
So, you got yourself separated, and I think your phone may have been dead, or someone's phone was dead or lost or in someone else's possession. It was difficult to get a hold of anybody. And your sister was going nuts trying to find out where you were. And
I remember my sister's phone was dead.
Sure.
Her phone was dead. I was trying to call her.
And we somehow got you on someone's phone. I don't even remember whose phone it was, but we got you on the phone, and the whole conversation was super incoherent, and the phone ends up in my hands. I'm like, Rob, where are you? And you're like, I have a concussion. I'm like, that's not helpful. So, I think at that point we stopped caring where you were and just wanted to fuck with you a little bit. So you're like, you're like, who is this? Is this Keith? I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'm Keith now. You're like, when I see you next, I'm gonna punch you in the face. And then me, doing my best Keith impression, was like, do it, pussy, I'm Keith. And then I hung up and then handed the phone back to whoever it was. And at that point, it wasn't my problem anymore. And then Keith comes over like a fucking like lost puppy. He's like, "Hi guys, how you doing?" And he's got your fist in his face like 2 seconds later. I'm like, wow, well, I'll be damned.
Hey, Rob, you're my best friend.
I think I telegraphed it, though. I'm pretty sure as I was marching up, I said, Keelan, I'll punch you in the face now.
I'm sure he deserved it for some reason.
He went, okay, wait, what?
Yeah. All right.
No, I don't think Keith ever deserves the punch in the face.
You try being in puppy grease with him for almost 10 years.
You know, you were a great guest up into that.
That's true.
Well, let's get him on the phone and see if he deserves to get punched in the face.
Yeah, let's try this. I mean, we know he does. We just don't know if we can get him. Cross your fingers, everybody.
Keith, I swear to God, I'm going to punch you in the face, too.
Doing it deliberately.
Your call has been forwarded to an
Fucking deliberately.
Asshole.
He definitely deserved that punch in the face.
Yep.
Rob, what would it
I
take?
take it back. I guess Keith deserves a punch in the face.
What would it take to get you to punch him in the face again?
I don't know, another concussion.
We can make that happen.
Yeah, that's easy. We were going to give you money.
No, thank you.
No. None of that.
No, I'm good.
If I get hit on the head.
Money's the devil.
It's got to be an accident, though. You guys can't just hit me on the head.
As long as
Yes, the fuck we can.
Yes,
we can. We are all so much bigger than you. We can absolutely hit you in the head.
As long as I don't have to spend the aftermath next day in a hotel room with you and fucking Meredith.
Oh, no. If you're going to hit me, you're get it. You're going to have to deal with consequences.
Wait a minute. Who's Meredith? Is that Cashley?
Yeah, it's Caitlin Malik.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just another one of 17 nicknames. Where did while we're waiting for Keith, let's go through your nicknames. We got some fun ones here. So let's go with the very easy one. Where did Juggalo Rob come from?
So back when I first met Smiley, I considered myself a juggler. I was into that whole ICT stuff.
Whoop, whoop.
Literally within the next year, I stopped though. Like I stopped listening to that stuff. So let's see. The year I met Mark, I was Juggalo Rob. But by the time I met Keith, I wasn't calling myself Juggalo, which was literally the next year. But for most of those people, you guys, nobody's Juggalo Rob.
And like 10 years later, like that's still like the name that I hear you call the most.
It's like 16, 17 years later at this point.
Because I knew you as Shaggy before they started calling you Juggalo Rob in front of me.
Right.
And, was that?
Yeah, that was like the old game shop crap.
Yeah. Was that just a Scooby Doo thing?
That was half Scooby Doo, half also ICC.
Yeah. Shaggy Chew
Oh,
Dope.
yeah, fucking of course.
Stretch Nuts.
Yeah, but if I didn't put that one together.
But yeah, because that was back in those times. They were like 2005 or so.
That sounds about right.
What about Supervillain? I've heard myself call you that a couple of times.
I believe Supervillain comes from the Keith incident, which I'm not the supervillain, and Jay's the supervillain.
We can all agree that
it
it is actually your sister who is the supervillain.
Yeah, she's
right, yeah. Oh no, yeah.
She's like the like the kingpin to Spider-Man, where like everything just kind of goes back to her just stoking chaos.
Right.
So my theory on that, and I think it's a pretty sound theory, and I don't even think it's that like a conspiracy thing. So when I started coming on these Punch Tony trips, it was a huge, massive group, and like part of the trip is how difficult it is, how taxing it is on you physically and mentally. And I was told it's it's an endurance test. It's a journey of self-discovery is how it was described to me. And you learn a lot about yourself when you put yourself through some tough situations like that.
That's all bullshit.
Yeah, it's all bullshit taglines we used to rope in fucking rubes.
So it fucking worked on me, and I've been roping in rookies with it ever since then. I brought like 6 rookies.
Well, no, that's how it used to be. But then we all got old and lazy.
Yeah, super old, super lazy.
Like my
fat.
joints hurt. I can't be bothered to torture another person.
So my theory was that while I think that the trip being difficult is just like a byproduct of like what the trip actually is and how we treat it, like, you know, staying awake 30 hours and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, no, that was like 90% of the difficulty of the trip was us torturing each other.
Absolutely. And then there's certain people, with, you know, people like like punk rock and your sister, who think the whole point of the trip is to make everyone as uncomfortable as possible so they can learn the most.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's punk rock. The point of the trip, that's just punk rock.
Right. All right, fair. I was having trouble thinking of a second example because I don't want her to seem like she's the only one who's the worst.
I know. My sister was indoctrinated into the old ways of we go out there to torture each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know, those are still the rules, but nobody follows them.
Bring home.
I think it's when you turn 35 and you're like, I'm not walking down that fucking hill.
Yep.
I'm getting on the bus.
I was younger than that. I was like 32.
Getting on the bus and I'm going to get pancakes.
I haven't gotten pancakes in years. I'm like, wow.
It was the year after I broke my face was when I gave up on all that shit.
The past couple of years, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of work for some pretty mediocre pancakes.
Yeah, I don't even go to that place anymore.
They're pretty fucking gross.
Yeah.
That's fine, I guess. I'm not a big pancake eater though.
If you were, you would know that they're kind of gross.
Sweet.
Tell me about how you got to be called Fozzie Bear.
So this is actually another bit of actually the Fozzie Bear part's not the key story, but it's the same party where we came up with the Ashley name, which then got given to my sister.
Oh yeah, I was there.
Yeah, that Christmas party we were at. And I had the Fozzie Bear hat on, and I was just telling bad jokes to everyone.
just yelling "Waka Waka" whoever came in the room.
Yeah,
I think that was like every person who walked in the door.
Like red paint.
Every time someone walked in the door of this party, and it was like, you know, we were in our early mid-20s, so like, and the people who were throwing the party were even younger, so people were that there were still like friends to come over for a party. Not like us old fucks in our 30s now, like where we're lucky to get 3 people together for a fucking podcast. But every time someone came in the door, we just the entire room yelled, "Ashley!"
Yeah, well, I think someone was actually. Oh, I think it was Raul was actually waiting for a girl named Ashley. So everyone that walked in the
Guys,
door,
Ashley's
we just say
here.
Ashley, assuming it was Ashley coming in.
That's pretty funny.
And then by the end of the night, everyone was named Ashley.
I think I stole Mark Burnetti's phone and I started turning every contact in his phone into Ashley. But Keith stopped me.
And then I think it was like 2 months later, that Groundhog Day was when everyone met my sister. So they just called her Ashley.
Yup.
Oh man, I love it. Me and Ashley are in the back of actual Ashley's minivan driving out to Punxsutawney with Dogmatic, and we're in the back and we're just slamming this bottle of moonshine, and I'm like, "Hey, can I see your phone?" She's like, "Yeah." And the most technological thing I've ever done in my life. I went right into her settings and changed her to Meredith.
That was in Ashley's car. She was driving that year.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was that year.
Yeah. Hey, can I see your phone for a minute?
Can I see your phone for a second? Yeah, no problem.
Well, you changed her Facebook name to Meredith or
to
something?
Meredith, and she goes, "I can't change this for like 6 months."
Yep. Yeah, Facebook wouldn't let you change your name more than once every month or something. So she was Meredith. Oh my God. Speaking of fucking the worst, where's Keith?
So tell us about your nickname Catcher and why it has nothing to do with J.D. Salinger.
That's a new nickname on me.
That's not what I heard.
He meant butt catcher.
I just never heard that one appended to me before. So You guys are gonna have to
Not to
explain
your
why
face
you-
anyway, no.
behind my back.
Come on, you
Your
son
call
of a
has been
bitch.
forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Why is Keith the worst person on his own podcast?
I mean, you just
That's
answered your
what
own
I thought,
question.
the two punches in the face for Keith.
He's the
Could've
worst
built up the
person
one.
on any
Right.
podcast.
He's all proud of this show too. He like showed it to his mom.
Look, guys, they love me.
I'm the star.
He had the goddamn audacity to call this his podcast in front of me.
He goes, oh, so now that you're sober, you're going to be nice to me, right? I'm like, no, Keith. If anything, the lack of alcohol in my system is going to make me more irate, and my wit is going to be quicker.
I'm gonna start remembering things like how much you suck. All right, let's
You want to get into one of these bad boys?
let's play one of these. You want to stick with the paranormal deck?
Sure.
Let's go back into
Hashtag powered by Poddex.
checking out the paranormal deck out of the Poddex app.
All right. So the question here is, if you could be friends with a ghost, what era would you want the ghost to be from?
Era. I'll go first. If I could be friends with a ghost, I would want it to be the ghost of Thanksgiving future. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Should have brought snacks.
1,000 years ago.
No, that was the Ghost of Christmas future.
You want to
The turkey was the Thanksgiving one
Yeah, there's a cybernetic ghost of Christmas past from the future.
with my sweet turkey body.
All right. So from what era, huh? I guess I would rather be haunted by like someone from the traveling circus era. I mean, I would love to be haunted by like people who fell off the trapeze.
Like some real vaudeville shit.
I mean, sure. I mean, that would be great. Like they're pretending that they're in a box and they can't talk, but they really can't because they're ghosts and they can't get anywhere.
I think that's just a mime. You're just describing a mime.
But isn't like falling and miming all part of vaudeville anyway?
I'm not sure. I'm not really versed with that era.
Era.
Well, if you had a ghost
I
from
would-
that era, you'd learn.
I would go with someone from the 2030s, and they can teach me about stuff. And we'll make a sitcom out of it.
Yeah, I was also going to go with a ghost from the future.
But not like distant future. Like, I don't want them to be like, oh, look at his fucking phone that's not implanted into his head. Ha, 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 ha. I want them to just be like, oh, yeah, look how, his TV's only 4K instead of the 16K we got now. It's a little
I was
nicer.
going to ask for investment opportunities
It's
from someone like that.
It's a little
you know?
nicer, I guess. Oh, no, this guy sucked at the Walmart, at the at the stock market.
What about you, Malik? If you could be friends with a ghost from any era, what era would you choose?
I think I'd have to go, I don't know, real old timey. Like, I don't know, late 1800s maybe. Just someone with a funny accent, really.
That's so vanilla for
Yeah,
ghosts, though.
also-
That's like Victorian is so like level, like first day ghost stuff.
Yeah, and those ghosts are all fucking maudlin. Like, I want some Victorian ghost crying all over the fucking place.
How come there were so many more little girl ghosts from that era than any other ever?
Well, because child life back then was just so more.
That's mostly what children did.
Yeah,
They
it's just die.
They just hung around and got killed.
I'm gonna actually change my
Yeah,
answer.
I want to see one of me from back then.
I think if I could choose,
I just want a version of me that thinks I'm cooler because I can make like toast easy. Oh, you have to put it in a fireplace? Look, I just put it in this thing.
He has the instruments of the gods.
if I could be friends with a ghost from any era, I'm going the fucking Jurassic era, son. Could be friends with a goddamn Velociraptor.
Yo, Velociraptor ghost sounds like the scariest thing you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, but he can't kill you with his foot claws because he's a fucking ghost.
Yeah, but he'll like,
Spit ectoplasm?
yeah.
They don't do that, but he could scare the shit out of you in some tall grass, though. Just don't walk into the tall grass. Why are you growing your grass that long? Cut the fucking grass.
Yeah, that's just irresponsible.
Yeah, that's bad home ownership.
I'm sorry. I'll cut my grass in the future.
I mean, there's 10-year-olds on this block that would love $20.
Yeah,
To cut your grass.
Oh, that was disgusting.
To cut your grass.
You know, I've noticed that this podcast has been taking a very weird turn as of late.
What do you mean as of late? We haven't done an episode in like a month and a half.
Yeah, and you remember that one?
Yeah, he means lately, like this episode.
Yeah.
Let me just put on my Keith hat. Oh, why would you pay kids $20 when you could just rape and murder them?
Good one, Keith.
Keith would never murder a child.
Keith would get murdered by a child.
Keith would never. Keith murdering a child implies that he would win in the fight.
Handle it, Keith.
Keith, handle this. I've never laughed so hard in my goddamn life.
Hand the child the gun and get
Play
shot.
back that episode. We all fucking like shit our pants laughing. Keith, handle this. Which is even funnier, like, because I'm picturing her talking in Joe McCall's voice. Like, just some chick Keith's dating, just like, Keith, handle this. And then he super didn't handle it.
No.
All right, let's try to get this bad boy on the line real quick.
Yeah, maybe he's ready now.
Oh.
Nope. How long does it take to put a fucking kid to sleep, Keith?
Well, I mean,
I
it depends
believe
on how
that-
hard you hit them with the rock.
All right, Nathan, what's the next card on the deck?
Hashtag powered by Poddex.
Have you ever had a near-death experience?
Oh, man. I'm having trouble thinking of funny answers. I can only think of the times I've actually almost died.
I mean, I've had a near sex experience.
No, you haven't.
Thanks. Near death experience. No, I mean, I think I'd probably die if I did. If I get too close to anything, I'm tilting over. I don't have any balance.
Yeah, I've never had one of those like swing moments where your light flashes behind your eyes or anything. I'd say closest I came though was when I was a kid at the beach on the jetty. I slipped on a rock and almost fell into the ocean. And my family was far enough away that no one could hear me calling for help.
Jesus.
But then I managed to pull myself back up.
Yeah, I think I just let go. I'm not going to pretend I have upper body strength or that, like, in the last minute, I'm going to find some sort of adrenaline that's going to pull my 250 pounds up. There's no way.
Like, I've fallen out of boats and realized that there's a massive difference between swimming in a pool and swimming in the bay. Where, like, I don't know, it just everything that I knew about, like, staying afloat just wasn't working. Until someone pulled me out.
Now, when you're in salty water, you have to pee to, like, level off the amount of saltiness that's around you in the water. It becomes more buoyant and such.
Right. Also, it keeps you a little bit warmer for a little bit longer before you die.
Right. We got Nathan searching through the deck here for a good question while we wait for Keith to stop screening his phone calls. I mean, we could just end the show here. I mean, that would be a good one, Keith. But you know, our 3 subscribers deserve to hear some Keith tonight.
And Keith gets all pissy when he's not, like, included in things.
I think I got to go back to that question that I just passed by. All right, here's the question. Would you ride a haunted roller coaster? Walter, go.
Yes.
All right.
Well, you didn't ask why.
I also would.
You just asked if I would.
Well, you got to elaborate on it.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, so yes, I would.
Awesome. How about you, Portizo?
So
Haunted
is-
roller coaster, you on or you off?
So is it like a regular roller coaster going through a haunted area? Or is it like, is the roller coaster itself the thing that's haunted? And it's like a normal roller coaster.
Good
Otherwise,
question.
The roller coaster itself is haunted as fuck.
So we talking like Rolling Thunder, but with like a ghost car.
That's what I see in my head.
With
So
all the
it's-
people whose heads got knocked off.
So it's just normal Rolling Thunder.
Yeah.
No, that thing scares the shit out of me.
Malik, how about you? Would you ride a haunted roller coaster?
Yeah, man. Why the hell not?
Do the ghosts know that they're haunting this thing? Like, are they? Do they understand that they're currently haunting you, or they're just oblivious?
I
It
don't. I
matters.
don't own this theoretical roller coaster.
Super
so-
important question. Super important question. How long is the line, and am I handicapped?
Yes, you are.
Yes,
but,
you are. And the line is also haunted.
Do I have a fast pass?
No. Everybody has a fast pass.
So it's like
Everyone
a slow.
has one. No one has one.
So I'm going to go ahead and say, fuck no, I'm not going to ride a goddamn haunted roller coaster.
Pussy.
There's a reason why it's goddamn haunted for a fucking reason, because people have died on it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
You don't know
that's
that.
the important point.
You don't know
Are
people
they?
died
How
on
did
they
it get
cognizant?
haunted? All these ghosts just decided to come check out this really fucking dope roller coaster? Hell no.
Or maybe they built it on like in an Indian burial ground.
Yeah, I've seen some of those. I don't want to ride a roller coaster with a bunch of people from Dubai anyway.
I think waiting in line for this roller coaster is how we get our old timey ghost friends, though.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be fun for them.
Yeah, because they've been on the line for the roller coaster since Victorian era.
But still, maybe that bitch will stop crying so much.
No, again, it's just me from 130 years ago.
Joffrey, why did you
It's
leave
just-
me?
it's just a slubby dude.
God, I hate whiny ghost bitches.
It's just a slubby dude going, hey, yeah, ghost, this looks cool.
So Rob, since this is a Halloween episode, we all got dressed up in costume. What costume were you wearing today?
Oh, I'm going as a sloth. That's my costume.
A sloth?
A slob.
Oh, is
I
that
got
from,
my dirty t-shirt and my dirty pajama pants on right now.
is that from Stephen King's The Slob?
Yeah. Just like Stephen King's The Slob.
I dressed up
I'm
as
assuming
Trash
this is
Boat.
real story, you're right.
Jason, you want to describe your costume that you're wearing right now?
Yeah, it's super high concept. So I am an excuse because I thought I would come up with a funnier idea in the time that it took me to explain this very slowly.
That's hilarious.
That's the best costume of the night so
Yeah,
far.
fucking nailed it.
And I, of course, am
I'm
wearing a
Keith
banana
Further.
suit with the crotch cut out.
Oh, I thought that was just crotch rot.
No,
I'm wearing it every day for the rest of my life, and
No,
then
it's-
for eternity once I die.
it's the bananas. Yeah, you gotta wear. You have to wear it constantly because you're a ghost in what you died in.
I said, look at my brown spot.
Could you please just like cross your legs or something?
Nope.
For some reason, it just smells like banana bread.
Yeah, that's the bananas.
All right, maybe we should try to call Keith again because his concept gets pretty lame without the Keith involved.
Yeah.
I know. We're going to have to cut out a bunch of this dead air.
Yeah, like all of this Walter talking definitely needs to be cut.
While we're waiting, let's get Dogmatic on the line. Hey, guys. How's it going?
Oh, hey, Dogmatic. It's been a long time since we've spoken to you on the podcast. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I've just been at home, cutting my hair in the shower and doing beer stuff, painting and looking at pictures of old ladies on the internet naked.
Hey, Juggalo, do you have a question for Dogmatic?
No question.
That's a great question. How do you respond?
Well, I mean, I could do this all day, ladies and gentlemen.
He literally does this all day.
Wow, when did Nathan come back? I thought I just saw Dogmatic.
Ah, shit, Nathan's back.
So we're just going to take a quick broadcast break here for me to do all the drugs that are in New Jersey. I'll be right back. Rob, I'm just kidding. I'm leaving them all for you.
Oh, okay.
Just put a pin in this until Keith shows up.
We might as well. I mean,
all right. So it's looking more and more like Keith found himself into a thing here, and won't be joining us for this show, which might make this our best show fucking yet.
Yeah, we're actually going to get some listeners now,
right? Without keeping things up, guys.
What?
Let's make a rumor about Joe McCall.
That's my favorite thing to do.
Nice. What have you heard about Joe McCall?
I hear that Joe McCall wears children's-sized shoes because he feels that if he restricts his feet growth, he'll grow taller.
All right, I definitely heard that Joe McCall is just 3 Josh Binks in a trench coat.
I only heard it was 2. I'm actually pretty impressed. I heard that Joe McCall
That's a great one.
Yeah, I did not put any effort into this time. I was too fucking mad about Keith. I'll just cut that. I heard that Joe McCall once accidentally called us from Keith's phone. It was the only time Keith ever called us.
It's probably true.
He doesn't know how he did it.
I heard that if you say Joe McCall's name 3 times, you grow mutton chops and say you're from Kearney.
I heard that Joe McCall stopped going to Punxsutawney because he has ballet recitals in February.
He invited me to them. I said I got a prior engagement.
No, I heard he stopped going to Punxsutawney because he has a warrant out for his arrest in New Hampshire, and he's just not taking any chances.
I heard he stopped going to Punxsutawney because he can't shake his caboose and Cookie's caboose anymore.
And that's how we play.
Let's make a rumor about Joe McCall.
Never come at Joe McCall in Punxsutawney.
All right.
And this is what this button does. All right, thanks for listening, everybody.
We'll try again next time when Keith isn't the worst.
I'm Wally Gator.
I am that other guy.
I'm Jason Portizo. I thank you for listening to the show, but that's your fault at this point.
All right.
Tune in next time when our guest might be Keith.
This has been a JTP Audio podcast. Thanks for listening.